Today I'm going to be doing a presentation on enzymes in cheese making. Rennet is a conventional name for a protein that plays out a fundamental occupation in cheese making: coagulation. Added to a tank of refined milk, Rennet launches a subatomic chain of occasions that transforms the fluid into a firm gel. There are corrosive coagulated cheeses as well, for example paneer and ricotta, yet that is another theme. Why is Rennet important in cheese making? Rennet is the set of enzymes that are produced in the stomachs of ruminants. Chymosin, the most common enzyme in Rennet, catalyzes the hydrolysis of caseins, the proteins that are responsible for milk's liquid form. By breaking down the proteins, chymosin helps form milk curds, which is an essential step in the production of cheese. Blended into milk, Rennet starts a two-venture process that causes the protein in milk, which typically scattered into the fluid, to meet up and shape a grid of what we call a curd. To comprehend how this occurs, attempt to envision a super small universe of milk protein atoms in casein type specifically. There are 4 various types of casein atoms in milk that append to one another, framing protein groups called micelles that float all through the milk. Milk is loaded with these micelle spheres. What's noteworthy is that the atoms of one kind of casein, kappa casein, distend like fine hairs from outer layer of every micelle circle and draw in water particles. Without this fascination, the micelles would isolate from the fluid matter as solids. At the end of the day, kappa casein makes milk proteins drinkable. Another enzyme is also important. Lipase is a protein that is found in calves and sheep that is frequently used to catalyze the hydrolysis of fats found in cheddar curds. Gives many of these cheeses their unmistakable flavor profile, and the hydrolysis responses of short-chain unsaturated fats. Where are these enzymes found? A fluid that comes from the fourth stomach or abomasa of youthful ruminants like calves or sheep. Ox-like Rennet comes from the stomach of grown-up cows and sheep. It is utilized to separate the proteins in milk. Chymosin can likewise be acquired from plants and microscopic organisms, but this can't be utilized to deliver more enthusiastic cheeses because of restricted supplies of chymosin got from ruminants. Bioengineered chymosin might be associated with the creation of up to 70% of cheddar items. Lipases are utilized in cheddar making are found in the gastric juices of youthful ruminants and pancreatic organs of cows and pigs, where it is utilized to separate fats in the into more modest mixtures for assimilation. Lipases are additionally dependent upon varied adjustments that chymosin, utilizing recombination of creature qualities to deliver microbial lipases quickly. Lipases that don't start from creatures can likewise be gotten from yeast, microorganisms, and organisms. Anyway, these plant lipases are inclined towards for cheddar creation because it doesn't deliver the various flavors that creature-delivered lipases. Modifications made to chymosin. Rennet from certain ruminants has been controlled and communicated utilizing a different microbial host. These changes consider ideal thickening at explicit temperatures, which works on the nature of the cheddar created as well as helps out in smoothing the creation interaction. An illustration of this is the cloning of chymosin from sheep, which is adjusted to become Escherichia coli, which produces cheddar that is basically the same as cow Rennet created cheddar. Regulations surrounding the enzyme's use. The creation of chymosin is directed by guideline of the items that are utilized to deliver it. All items that are associated with the development of chymosin from Rennet. There are likewise determinations that conclude What can be viewed as Renee? Along these lines, what can be utilized in cheddar? There are many careers involved in cheese making. There are many vocations included with being associated with the creation of cheddar. The ranchers that bring up the dairy cattle, sheep, goats, and goats from which milk and Renee is gotten from. The people who transport the milk to handling plants. Those engaged with the development of actual cheddar. The scholars answerable for the alteration of chymosine into microbial. And that is it for today. That was my presentation on Renee and its involvement with cheesemaking.